Here we go. Hello.
What are we going?
What are we at? You just showed up, and are you ready to do this thing? The thing
Where
that
am
we
I?
do, kind of. Yeah, seriously, where are you? Because that is not
am
your
I?
usual background.
Oh yeah, I didn't even mean that to be that. I moved my desk.
Now,
This is actually
explain.
the only wall. This is the only wall that has never been seen before.
Yeah.
In this room.
Is it when you walk into the room? Well, there's only one window in the room, so I guess that is that window then. That was a dumb question that I just answered for myself.
There's the old background.
Yeah, okay. Oh, yes.
And there's the trash from me starting to. Oh, look, a fan.
Oh, hello. Ooh, the fan. Don't remember the fan being in there. Very cool.
There's always been a fan. I don't know why I said that like so indignantly.
That was so bratty.
God.
Ugh. I'm the bratty one. There's only room for one. That's that was super awkward. Let's move on. How are you, Sean? How is your what are you doing? You're reading the messages, aren't you?
I'm distracted by.
Yeah. Tell them.
We're getting messages from two of our party members who are.
Yeah, I
drunk
can't
in
look
Ireland.
at them. I can't look at them right now because I'm streaming. So what are they saying? Tell them to.
Alex is literally saying nonsense about strength saving throws and someone called Mr. Tunnel.
Yeah, I just read it.
Literally is nonsense.
Yeah, it is nonsense. You don't even need to roll an inside check for that one.
Nope.
Anyway, how are you, Sean? Besides sleepy. Look at that yawn. Look at that yawn.
I'm sleepy and tired and in pain because
Oh, no.
I shot a wedding yesterday and my body's like, you should stop moving.
How'd it go?
It was fine. It was good. It was a normal wedding.
Good.
Well, not. It was I didn't have to drive far for it, so that's
the plus.
positive.
Yeah, that's a plus.
But my body is. I also fell asleep on my couch last night.
Ooh.
So my neck is not participating.
Yeah, not participating.
Like right all up here, all jacked up.
Yep.
It's a combination of that and like using my muscles all day to hold
Did you
the
work
camera
out
stuff.
Did you work out this week too?
Only the 5K.
5K.
On Tuesday.
Hell yeah! You can come to Disney and do the races.
Oh,
with
and then I
me.
went to a
There's
concert
5K.
and I was standing the whole time.
That's
And
right.
it's not a workout,
You were
but it was
busy.
after. Yeah, this is a weird week because I was like, I had a lot of fun things going on, but also a lot of work.
Yeah.
But then also not a lot of work. It was a very off week for me, despite having some pretty good highs in it, like going to see the National.
Yeah. How was that?
It was amazing.
They're your favorite,
My whole
right?
family went.
Oh,
Yeah,
that's
they are
fun.
my They are my favorite band. My mother seemed to like discover in her 60s that she likes going to concerts now.
Well, that's fun.
Yeah.
That's very fun.
When they're bands she likes,
Yeah,
as opposed to going to concerts with my dad for bands that she's doesn't like, but is
it's
like,
just,
okay.
All right, I'm just going for more support here.
Yeah. So it was fun.
Awesome.
Yeah, it's me and my brother's
Good.
favorite band, just the National.
Nice.
Best band in the world. And I played D&D today with Stefan and that crew.
Awesome. How'd that go?
Good. We made a deal
Oh.
with the Githzari
With
in
the what now?
the Astral Sea. The Githzari.
I don't
They're
know what
it's a D&D race.
Okay.
The you know Baldur's Gate
Yes.
that just came out.
Yes.
You know the green people in it.
But-
The note with the kind of pushed noses.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
That's
yeah,
a Gith. That's a Gith.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. There's two kinds of Gith. There's the Githzari and then the Githyanki. The Githyanki are space pirates. The Githzari are space monks. They don't like each other.
Oh.
They're both the same race, but they disagree on life. But yeah, we made a deal with the Githzari, who are to help us do some stuff. We're trying to get to the negative plane of existence in that campaign
The
right now.
negative plane of existence. What is that?
Yeah. So it's like, you know how the Shadowfell is like a sad, bad, dark place?
Yeah.
The negative plane is just like worse.
Oh. like
It's just the
everything
worst version of that.
It's like, is it
It's
like,
just
is it for
anti-life.
pessimists?
Anti-life. Yeah, it's so we're trying to go there to rescue a halfling
Okay.
who's knows secrets
Who
that we
knows
need to know
secrets?
to
Love
kill
it.
God.
Ah,
Uh
kill Stefan. Don't.
no.
Can't,
No,
can't let him know.
Stefan's not God. I'm God.
Ah, that's fair. No. Cooper is God.
Oh, that's right. I'm his herald. How was your week?
It was pretty good. It's actually a little emotional because we enrolled Milo Man in daycare officially.
Nice.
He's starting September 5th.
Even though I saw you last weekend in person,
yeah.
that feels like 1,000 years ago.
Doesn't it? It does.
This week has been eternity.
It really does feel like, yeah, it does.
Doesn't that feel like it was months ago?
It does,
Literally
and it
months
wasn't.
ago.
It was 8 days
No.
ago.
It was so recently.
It was so recently.
Those Mountain Dew drinks are disgusting.
Oh, were they? You guys were knocking them
They
back,
tasted good in the
though.
moment, and
Well,
now when there's just 12 of them in my fridge that I don't want.
Oh, no. Well, you're going to keep them there along with the Cokes that are in there because those will be there the next time. I left the little baby
Well,
ones
I mean,
in there.
one day we'll be playing D&D, and I'll need something to drink,
Yeah.
and I'll grab one of these Mountain Dew
Blah.
alcoholic
I feel like
drinks.
those are drinks that you need a base for before you drink them. You need
Yeah,
to be,
they're
base
just gross.
Buzzed.
Yeah, no, that's true. That's actually a very good point, Shannon. I'll probably just bring them to Mike's one day.
There you go. There you go.
But the Cokes, the Coke Classics will stay in the fridge until you drink them. Those Coca-Colas will, unless someone randomly who's over is like, oh, Coca-Cola, I'll have one of these.
No, don't let them because those are mine, Sean.
Don't worry, Shannon. I keep them hidden because I don't like to look at them because I hate Coke.
But when you look at them, don't you think of me? And isn't
No,
it a
I
nice
think
little...
who left this disgusting drink in my fridge?
And then it makes you think of me.
And then I think of you.
And then...
I didn't mean to do that. Yeah, I guess you're right. They do make me think of you, but with a slight flurry of anger.
Oh my goodness.
And then calmness comes over me because I grab my Diet Coke and drink that.
Blah! And then a flare of anger comes over me for whenever you do it. I'm just like, blah, blah.
Well, then you're getting angry every day.
You're not wrong. We also have transformed my.
Was that my new playpen?
Yep.
At your guys' place?
Yep.
Is that my rocking horse?
This is...
I can't wait. I can't wait to rock.
That was mine when I was little.
Really?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah. So that's.
Is it a rocking horse or is it a rocking giraffe or is it just a long-necked
no,
horse?
it's a giraffe. It's a rocking giraffe.
Oh, it actually is a
It is
giraffe.
a
Okay.
Yep, it's a rocking giraffe.
I thought it was just a poorly made horse.
No, it's a giraffe.
It's really
And
just the neck.
We have lots of foam blocks because Milo's climbing on everything now. Like he's gonna get up on all fours real soon, and we're done. You can't see it, but there's like a bunch of climbing stuff over here. So I'm encouraging the climbing because gotta build the muscles. And then over here we got his little activity saucer that he bops around in. He likes to.
I would like
back
one of
and
those.
forth. They look pretty fun. Not gonna lie, he has one downstairs. That
Activity saucer. It's got a desk all around you with all your toys on it. Man, that's kind of what I'm sitting in right now, except I can't bounce. Well, that's not true.
That's kind of what I'm sitting in right now. That's great. And yeah, so Josh mounted the TVs on the wall so we can angle it as needed.
It's so funny. I always assumed that TV was on the wall.
No, there used to be an
Even though I know it was in a
entertainment
big
center
thing.
there.
I know, I've been
it's
there.
fun. Yeah,
We also see it every week.
not anymore. And if you'll notice, there's no more shield.
Yeah, I was about to say that's the one thing that I'm like, where'd that go?
It's gone. No, it's just in the closet.
Oh, it's like if you guys threw that out, I would be like, wow.
It's with all my cosplay stuff.
This really is a transition in life. Did you throw out all your cosplay stuff too?
Absolutely not. No, and I don't think you've seen our new closet.
We're lame now.
We're so lame. We're so boring. No, I have an entire section of a new closet in our bedroom that is just my cosplay stuff.
Oh, because Josh installed a
wall?
door there, right? A wall?
A wall and a barn door.
That is the perfect
It's
space to
freaking
put all
huge.
that stuff. I almost put all that crap.
Thank you for catching
I meant it
yourself.
in a nondescript way of just saying stuff.
Sure you did. Sure. Cool.
How else was your week?
That's
how you say that, right? How else was your week?
How else was my week? I feel like I'm forgetting something. Oh! Yeah, I hope he's not watching. We celebrated our 7th anniversary yesterday. That's pretty cool.
Oh, that's right. Nice. Yeah. I feel like I forgot something big.
It was pretty big. But, we were so just in purge mode. We cleared out the basement.
Yes,
we
you were
cleared
purging
out
your memories as well.
Not those. I still have those. I was looking at wedding pictures, actually, and you were in a couple of them.
Oh, really?
You were there.
Because I was there.
Because you were there. True. You were a best man. One of 2.
Or was I? That was someone I hired who looks just like me. While I did what? All my friends were there.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
Speaking of missing memories, I guess.
Oh.
Because you can kind of always say that because you're just always missing memories.
Yeah, and so was Scarlett. So I'm beginning to think that that I might have some missing memories.
Was a decision based on us deciding to make that backstory for you.
Yeah.
Scarlett lost them from a monster.
Yeah, from making stupid choices. But yes.
Was it stupid?
Yeah, probably.
Well, you were charmed.
Yeah, but okay, from the stupid dice rolls because I failed the roll. I was listening to her playlist today because I miss her. Anyway. Yes.
She's dead. And speaking to people who are dead but came back.
Oh, right.
The story of our game.
Yeah.
The reason we're here. I thought the little bookmark that went up, I thought there was a pen in there that you just launched back into the room.
No, I have to No, I have to be careful about stuff now because Milo can.
Don't leave any D4s down there. He's gonna eat them.
He wouldn't. Yeah, he was already reaching through the bars here.
The prison.
The baby jail. Mm-hmm.
Baby jail.
Anyway.
Baby jail.
Last week, we were.
Baby jail.
Okay.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Are you done? Let it out. Keep going.
Yeah.
Keep going.
Nope, I'm done.
Baby.
Now it's not cool. Baby jail. All right, I'm done. Continue.
All right.
Tell me what happened last week.
Sure thing.
While I judge. Wait, don't say any words. Because I remember we
say any words.
I said speak, and then I said don't. What grade do you think you're gonna get?
I don't know,
Ow.
Sean. Oh.
My
Ow.
neck hurts.
Oh.
Ow is not a grade.
Oh.
What episode is this? 24?
24, baby.
Okay.
Well, seeing as my first note is we're eating stew for breakfast, I don't think it's gonna go great. And you know what? I've just been saying.
I mean, that is accurate.
I know, but it's not like important to the plot.
Yeah, but it's just pepper it on. It's like when the I really need to move this.
Peppering it
on. My plug with all my plugs, my surge protector is by my feet.
That's not good. You've shut off your computer more than once.
Midstream.
Yeah, more than once. Yeah. So...
During our epilogue.
Yeah.
Twice during our epilogue.
Mm-hmm. I remember.
But it's fine.
Just don't play with it.
It's right there though. I need a thing to put my feet on. Anyway,
I have one. I have one right now.
That's what I need, because I can hide it under it, and I won't.
There's got to be a gadget or something that like is made for like streamers and stuff, like a footrest that does cable management. There's got to be.
I would be surprised. Yeah. What I was saying is you can pepper those details in to butter up the DM, the grader professor,
the great.
show that you were paying attention.
Greater as in.
Because even though that detail's like not
Grader.
necessary, like oh, of course you had stew for breakfast. You were at the stew place.
Oh, we were at the inn. It's not particularly. Yeah. We were at the Coyote and Badger Inn.
There you go.
Specifically with Yorke, the Firbolg.
Yeah, and you see that
none of that
kind
was
of stuff
written down.
is.
That was in here.
Yeah, exactly, and that just butters my biscuit because it makes me know that you like the game because you remember the characters.
No,
what's the name of his dog?
Serious question.
What's the name of his dog?
I think I
You could
wrote
probably
it
guess a
down.
random name and probably get it.
Beverly.
No.
It's always Beverly.
I shouldn't have said that because that definitely led you down the road of saying Beverly.
It did.
It's not, but it is a female name.
I might have written it down. Hold on, give me a second. And now answer this very legitimate question. Do you ever feel like I don't like your game?
No,
I hope
that's
not.
true.
I hope not, because I love it so
All DMs feel that way a little
much.
bit about themselves. Because it's a lot. You're always like, oh, this could have been better, or they didn't like that, or I don't know if they liked that kind of thing. All DMs feel that way. It's inevitable. It's part of it.
Yeah, but
it's the overwhelming euphoria of running a game and creating a story, and then the horrors.
yeah, the horrors.
The horrors.
Yeah, I feel that. I did not write the dog's name down. What is it?
Guess. I'll give you the first letter. L.
Give me the second letter.
No, because it's gonna give it away.
No, it's not. Give me the second letter.
U.
Lucky.
No, oh my gosh.
Lucy.
There you go.
Lucy.
There you go.
I dropped my fidget. Need it. Okay, I got
Yep. And what kind of dog is she?
Oh.
You really don't need to know that.
Oh, but now I want to.
Kind of am like, is this the right dog? I know it is. I know she is. This is easy. No, you just need to think about who I am.
Wolfhound. It's a wolfhound.
There you go. Irish wolfhound.
You know, and it's so funny because there was like a little tickle in my brain. And there's like, and I remember.
I'm sorry, an Aldhalor wolfhound.
I remember you saying that
Don't
last
roll your eyes.
week.
There's no Ireland in Oregon.
But that's where two of our people are right now.
That's true.
Yes, which is why.
Oh, that's true.
That's why.
Long story short, what grade do you get in? I'm sorry. Continue. That's why.
We only had 3 cast members last week. I need a haircut. Only 3 cast members last week, and we'll only have 3 cast members tomorrow because 2 of them are
still in Ireland.
Still in Ireland.
Ireland.
Ireland. That's how I practice to get the oi sound. Ireland.
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 And we'll be off next week.
Yes, the 14th.
Yes.
Correct. So we have a shorter cast. Shortened. Nope. Nope. What's the word?
No, yeah, shortened cast is still the correct answer, though.
It's not the one that not what I want. It's the whatever.
A synonym of that?
Yeah.
Like what?
Like.
Ridged.
Reduced.
Reduced would also be appropriate.
I know, but that's not.
Nothing is wrong that you said.
But it's not the. Whatever. Less people on stream tomorrow.
No, I need to know what word you can't think of.
Reduced. No, limited.
Reduced
no.
is limited. All of these are correct.
I know, Sean, but it's not the right synonym.
I'm looking up synonyms.
Reduced, limited.
Lower.
No.
Increased.
No.
Diminished.
No.
Minimized. Shrunken.
No.
Contracted.
No. I don't know what the word is that I want.
Smaller?
Maybe.
Is it smaller?
It might be. No, I feel like it starts with a
small scale. Limited. Compacted. Portable.
No. Portable. We have a portable cast
Mini.
tomorrow. No.
Minuscule.
Reduced was
baby
close.
cast.
Was close.
Negligible.
No. Okay. All right.
Paltry.
Let's stop. No.
Inconsequential.
Stop it.
These are not the correct
No.
contexts. Reduce is an R word.
It's either an R or a D.
What?
We will have
Reduced. I think it must be reduced. Is the word you're
it must
thinking
be limited. A
removed. Demoted.
We will be having a
Limited.
No.
Variance at limited.
There will be 4 people on screen tomorrow instead of our usual 6. And that's what that's
restricted.
That might be it. No.
Finite.
No.
That's always finite.
Close the tab, Sean. Close it.
Narrow.
Close it.
Tight.
Close it.
Lean. A lean crew. Curbed. Controlled. Restrained. These are not even words.
I
that
feel
matter.
like it's like it has something to do with like performing. Like when you have a reduced cast, or like when like.
Oh shit.
Do you know the word? Do you know what I'm thinking of? You
shouldn't have said this last part. Now I'm.
It's now right. Do you feel that tickle in your brain, Sean? It's when you have a. Oh, it's quality.
I'm pretty
content.
sure we've said it before.
Probably.
Like about having someone missing. We have a restricted.
No, we have.
This hurts.
I know it does.
Incomplete.
No. God, we can't move on until we figure out what this word is.
Deficient.
No.
Fraction.
No.
Imperfect.
No.
Lacking. Poor. Oh no! I punched my microphone. I really think the word you're thinking of is reduced.
It must be reduced.
I think your brain is deciding it's from a different.
I'm gonna. Yeah. All right. We really need to move on. To answer your original question, Sean, a B.
Okay. That's what you said the last 3 times.
Yeah.
I said a C one time. You got an A minus.
Yeah. Aim low.
All right, Shannon.
All right.
What the fuck happened?
What the fuck happened? Hold on, I need to get comfortable. Oh, don't do that.
I need to get comfortable.
Don't do that.
What? Exist?
No.
It hurts just because I am existing.
All right, so we were making our way back from Billowgrass on the way back to Hyven. We stopped at the Coyote and Badger Inn, had stew for breakfast. Jacquette, Fearn, and Saskia chat about what they're going to do when they get back to Hyven. Sass says that she wants to go into the ocean to talk to her patron.
Ocean.
And she talks about licking the stone and a dead man walking. So she's just spitting her usual nonsense. And Jacquette has absolutely no patience for it. Fearn is getting there because he's tried to be helpful, but Sass continues to just spout nonsense and continue doing whatever she's doing with said warlock patron. So he's losing patience too. We also try to decide if we're going to give the stone to Professor Sigil for examination, or if we're going to try and figure out what is in this crystal ourselves. The crystal that we retrieved from the very, very waterlogged basement of the bandit hideout that we exploded with water.
The pond you created.
The ponds that we created, yes. So we retrieved this crystal that had been sitting in this solution that was growing the drug that had been used to essentially poison the residents of Billowgrass. And this whole thing was an experiment that we learned, in our various conversations and interrogations of the bandits. We don't know who's heading the experiment, but we know we've learned about some of the potential bad guys that we're going to keep an eye out for in the future and see if another one of these experiments pops up somewhere else.
Yes.
So we didn't really decide what to do with the crystal. We kind of just weighed those options and didn't come to a decision. So we're just going to keep carrying it for now.
there was Fearn expressed some concerns.
Yeah.
He expressed concerns about the moral questions of the crystal, and giving it over to the university was a good idea because it could fall into the wrong hands. And basically, he was suggesting you find a way to free the elemental within it.
Yes. And he also talked about a face in the stone.
Yes, he talked about an old man's face.
Yes. And we questioned whether or not this is the face of the elemental or if it's something different. So we are traveling back to Hyven, on the road. We hear some screeching along the road, and we see some shiny, flappy things.
How does that go? I'd do it with you, but my neck hurts.
No, you can do little ones. Be a little wyvern.
I'm like in a mode where like I don't want to move any muscle.
Oh, okay.
Like right now.
Okay. Don't. Do you have ice or like a heating pad or something?
No, I'm not an adult like that.
Okay, great. So anyway, we are traveling along the road, and we see this creature or we see it from a distance, and it looks like a dragon.
Yeah.
And we decide to go and help the farmers that it's terrorizing. Upon getting closer up, it is in fact a wyvern that Sean finally got to use in a battle where that
I didn't have a battle map.
I know. Did you have the mini nearby?
I did. Share? I showed it on screen.
No, I'm saying for right now.
I would need to hurt my neck.
Okay. Okay. Well, don't do that. No.
Ow, my foot.
No, oh my God.
It didn't even hurt my neck. Hurt my foot.
So yes, we fought this wyvern, and I'll wait for him to get back to give you the details, because it was supposed to be just like this little side thing, and it got...
Stop recapping. I can't hear you to grade it. What did you say while I was gone?
Nothing. I didn't say anything.
This is being recorded.
All I said is that we...
I actually have two. Imagine if you had to fight two of them.
Oh, God. No, because then we would be dead for reals. Yeah, look how beautiful those are. Those copper... No. See, your little desk with all your toys all around you.
Yes.
The copper wyvern that we fought and actually killed Jacquet. Killed him dead.
How'd it do that?
The dragon breath.
Yeah, so this is an interesting thing. Standard wyverns don't have a breath attack. But these are metallic wyverns, which are not a thing from D&D typically.
Sure, they're your thing. It's called homebrew.
Yeah. So they have a breath attack.
Yeah.
The metallic wyverns that I have in my world have breath attacks. Normal wyverns don't, but there's not. Why use a normal wyvern?
I don't know why. Why use a normal one when you have a metallic
appropriately
one?
CR'd to your party that's fighting.
So the first time it used the breath weapon, I went down. Saskia went down, but thankfully Jacquet had a healing potion that he fed me and got me back up, which was great. And
Sass, well, how much health do you have? What's your total health?
39.
Okay. I was just checking if you were supposed to die also.
I was doing the math.
It would have to have dealt 78 damage to
which it did not. It was 55.
No, it was 55.
Yeah. So because I did that when Stefan brought that
thing.
up.
I didn't realize how little health Jacquet has.
Yeah. How much does he have?
He has like 24 health.
What? We're level 6.
Yeah.
Did they roll their HP?
They don't roll. They all do.
Oh, they all do the
standard.
Stuff.
But he probably just has low con.
Low con.
I'm gonna check right now. Keep going.
All right, cool. So what should have been just like a fun side quest combat turned really deadly, literally. So the second time it used its breath weapon, it killed Jacquet outright. And
oh wait, no, I'm thinking the rules are different though. He has 33 health, but it's if the amount is over your full health.
Yeah.
After whatever damage you took, you die.
Right. Oh, right.
Yeah.
So yeah. So it did that. It was a lot of damage.
Because he had already been hit with
right.
the he had succeeded his save last time, so he had taken half damage. So he only had like 6 health left.
Right.
That's what really messed him up there.
Right. So in an attempt.
All because he made a dumb move.
He made a
dumb move and tried to do a cool front flip
and
off
it
of
was cool, but the dice were not in his favor.
No, because he was trying to maneuver a thing where it's like, oh, I can't actually reach the monster, but if this classic D&D move from players, if I jump, will I get a free out of range attack on him? And it's like, no, you have to give something for that and possibly fail, and he did fail, and that's what caused his death.
So, in an attempt to, because none of us are healers and none of us have Revivify and none of us are that powerful anyway, if we did, Fionn split open the crystal that we were carrying to free the elemental that was in there and kind of like communed with it almost and kind of like tried to do like a divine intervention of sorts to be like, help. Please, my friend is dead, help.
How did he do it? It was really cool the way he shattered it.
And he like drove his sword into it, and then the sword like got melted into the ground afterwards. It was very cool. And it's going to remain there, and people will sing songs about it and come and take pictures with it because it's a great tale. Let's see.
So he breaks the gem.
Yep.
We go to break.
Yep, we go to break so that God could have time to think.
No, I knew what I was going to do at that point.
Yeah.
I just was a good point to go to break.
Yeah, it was. We had been playing for a little bit anyway. When we come back from break, Jacquette has a very cool death scene on the raft. That's something I love about your DM style, is that when a character dies, they always get a cool death scene. And that's both on and off screen. And it's just very cool. This one in particular, Jacquette woke up on the raft that he and Saskia and Fionn had built. This was in our session zeros pre-streams.
Yeah, they were stranded at sea.
Yep, we were stranded at sea after a comedy of errors. And
well, really, technically, no errors. You successfully did what you were.
It was
that's
just
a different story for a different time.
Yeah, we'd be here all night trying to explain that.
It's when they found out that we did. This was explained in stream when they were betrayed by the Bone Rattler crew.
Right. Yes, we were betrayed. And I lost my train of thought. Jacquette raft. So at first he does see Fionn and Sass on the raft with him, but like they're just staring dead ahead. And when he goes to kind of like, hey, I'm here, they disappear. And he sees the mast of the ship, or is it a flag or the mast or just something that's tied to the ship, is this dress that was important to Jacquette. Do we explain what that dress was? I know what that dress is, but
I've said it. Said it. Like when I explained it the very first time he had one of these visions, I said it was the dress of Lady Navira that once was beautiful, like a gown, but then turned to rags, stitched together rags.
Yep. So that was attached to the raft, kind of just blowing in the breeze. And then he sees land not too far off, so he starts like paddling to try to get there. While he's doing that, there's a ship that is made entirely out of bones coming up behind him. And was the boat on fire? Or was the
water was on fire?
The water was on fire. Okay. And then it's one of those classic things where, like, no matter how hard he paddled, the land just kept getting farther and farther and farther away, and the ship was getting closer and closer and closer. And this was supposed to be like a hell, right?
Maybe.
Maybe. Okay.
You could hear the fiddle playing from the green lush island,
That's
while
right.
this bone ship was slowly following him.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, he assumed it was hell because he was saying, "I know I was a bad person, but come on."
Yeah. Not that bad. But then, and this is where my B is going to come in because I don't remember quite how did he see the face in the sky? Did he see the old man's face in the sky? And the old man was just like, boop.
Not quite.
Okay.
That's not exactly what he did or how it happened. There wasn't a boop that happened.
Or the shot.
You guys. So we cut back to you guys before the old man in the sky showed it.
Yes.
And you all saw the old man in the sky.
Yes.
And the husk of the wyvern that was destroyed by the lightning.
Right.
And Fearn had been kind of blown back. And then the two of you went up to his body, which was still dead. And Fearn looked up, and you both saw the face in the sky, the old man in the sky. And then in his hellish limbo, wherever he saw, the fires went out with a raging storm that happened, and his raft broke apart. And as he sank into the water, he saw the old man's face in the sky. And he saw his 2 dice sinking.
Yes, the dice.
And he reached out for those. And as soon as he
weighted
grabbed
dice.
those, he woke up,
Yes.
coughing up seawater.
Yes. Yeah. See, I knew I was missing some key details there. Literally all I have is Jacquet death scene on raft. So I was just so enthralled that I didn't write it down. Which is always the case. So, Jacquet comes back to life. He's holding the dice, these weighted trick dice. Are they they're weighted,
yeah.
They're weighted. In his hand. And doesn't he put on I think this is when we got
later.
back. Yeah,
this is when they woke up. We got
back to Hyben. Yeah. So we get to
something happens before you go to Hyben.
Yeah. I
one of your best RP scenes ever, with Fearn.
Yeah. I have it
in
written
the
down.
Farmhouse.
Is Septimus's farmhouse? No, the farmer's farmhouse of
the farmers.
Yes,
the farmer's farmhouse.
It's coming back. The farmer's farmhouse of the we
farm you rescued.
Yeah, we rescued them, but the land is shit. It's not there.
Yeah, which doesn't happen right away. That happens while you're staying with them.
Yeah,
happens throughout the night because the storm
completely
washed
it.
There you go. Go with the storm.
Yes.
Explain what happens with the storm.
The storm rages because of this released elemental, who we presume is named Eyeless. And Fearn is scared to sleep because he thinks that Eyeless will come for him to pay the price for releasing them from the gem.
And we'll pay the price for presumably saving Jacquet from death.
Okay, I wrote that down wrong then.
Because he presumed that Eyeless saved Jacquet from the edge of death in exchange for freeing him.
Got it.
You freed Eyeless.
Right. The storm elemental.
And but the storm is raging, and he thinks there's a bigger price. It's washing away all the crops. And he's afraid now that at any point the storm will come back and ask for more.
So he's not sleeping because he's afraid that Eyeless will come to him in his sleep. So Saskia sits with him and validates his fears and is basically just like, if you I'll sit with you as you fall asleep. It's totally valid and normal what you're feeling. And it was a nice scene with Fearn and Sass. And then we do a little bit of a time jump, right? To get back to...
We do skip ahead to you getting there, but there's more to that. Those scenes. I mean, we kind of talked about it out of order, like the discovery of these things.
Sass went like back and forth between Jacquet and Fear.
Yes. Well, a lot of it happens in the next morning. So like you started in the evening, you had a conversation with Fearn to sort of validate him, and then in the morning you continue talking to Fearn about it because he questions you significantly about your patronage, and he asks you how do you handle being the way you are. And Sass kind of got a little offended by it.
I did not write any of this down. Holy shit.
And basically, he was talking about like patronage, and he was fearful, and you started to feel fearful through his fear, which is what prompted you to like you were already planning on talking to your patron, but this made you want to talk to them even more. But like the sheer fear in Fearn's eyes about being, in his mind, bound to something or owing something to an entity made you somewhat obviously to make you totally reconsider. You didn't be like, I'm not a warlock anymore.
Yeah.
But made you rethink about your relationship with your patron. And it was a very nice scene. Particularly because I thought it was very good for Sass to hear some of those things.
I need to go back and watch it before game tomorrow because I
strongly recommend it because it's a very good scene that was very, I think, important for Sass's journey. Have someone talk soberly about patronage, and to not be the only one who fears another worldly creature. And then the conversation with Jacquet were pretty couched. It was mostly him freaking out.
Yeah.
And asking like, what's the creature's name, blah, blah, blah. And then he put on a necklace the next morning.
The seashell necklace, which,
yes.
Do we know, I know what that is. Was that in game?
It was not discussed.
Okay,
I don't
so
think
I
it
won't
was
say it.
fully discussed until one of you asked, because none of you don't actually know what it is. Like you do.
Shannon
you
does.
do.
Yeah, that's
but
what I meant.
the characters don't know.
The character, right.
So it is something that could be worth asking. Because no one asked him, what the hell are you doing, man, with these seashells?
On your neck, yeah.
Because he just started randomly wearing something that clashes aggressively with the style of Jacquet.
Yeah, I'll keep that in mind.
And then we did a slight time jump to get you to all the Hyven.
At the Cask and Crow, Jacquet and Saskia have baths, and Jacquet,
yes, very
gracious. Well, I don't know if it's graciously, but graciously, lets Saskia sleep on his couch, and
pretty gracious if you consider her alternative.
Yeah, that's fair. And
even though she can afford it now,
she can. Well, not yet because
not that nice of a room, but you can. Yeah,
not yet. We haven't gotten paid.
You haven't gotten paid yet.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But even then, she's cheapskate.
You got to enjoy some chocolate.
Oh, yes.
While Jacquet enjoyed some oysters with chili sauce and a nice wine and your lavender scented baths.
It was
honey
lovely.
Lavender.
And Jacquet didn't. Saskia invited herself to have a bath as well. He didn't, and he just didn't protest.
He did offer Fearn, but
he
Fearn declined.
Yeah, that was fun too. We're 2 for 2. Steph and I having our characters take baths together because Kieran and Scarlet did it too.
Yeah, Timber was there for that.
Yes. Yes, he was. I think he was drunk though.
He was. He had a bottle of wine.
Yeah.
While you guys had hot chocolates, I think.
Yes.
Yes, and it was a nice scene because there was a poignant moment where you both were very appreciative of one another, and then Jacquet very much was like, as he mage hand the
the divider.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was good. So we finish up there at the Cask and Crow, and then we kind of reconvene and say, all right, I'm going to the ocean. Who wants to come with me? You want to come watch? And Jacquet's like, yeah, great. And Fearn's like, whatever. So we all go down to the ocean. I go in and go out far enough that there's like the seagrass or the kelp and seaweed is all there, so I'm like totally underwater, but it's not like super deep out. And it starts off okay, kind of get a little seaweed hug, but then it was like a humanoid form made out of this seaweed grass.
Yeah, it's more of a silhouette.
Yeah. Kind of forms in front of Saskia and is like, it basically is like, you do what I tell you to, or there will be consequences, and gives her a nice little scratch on the cheek.
With her barnacle fingers.
Barnacle fingers, yeah, because that like appeared out of the seaweed.
Yeah, it starts off as just sort of like a avatar of her, and then out of the seaweed, her seaweed hand forms into a real hand that has this greenish skin that's sort of half human skin and then kind of some scales, and the fingertips are like overgrown sharpened fingernail shaped barnacle or seashells, really. Oyster shells, really, like you were eating earlier. Well, you didn't eat it. And then you scratched your cheek and it got all red and puffy.
Yep. Ouch. And so,
and because you asked her,
I asked her, did you take my name? And she's like, no, you gave it to me. And I was like, I have no memory of this. I want it back. And she's like, that's not how this works. And you will do what I tell you. You will lick the rock next time and get your shit together, basically, because I control you.
Yeah, and there's something specific she said that I think might have gotten overlooked because it was at the end.
Hold on.
Do you remember?
Let me think of it.
We didn't talk about it. No one mentioned it when we talked about that scene, and I think people might have missed it. Why she was so aggressive, and it's not just because she's clearly like a power play against you, but because
she's in the sea, she say, right?
Well, that's why she was so formal. We said that's why she wasn't so like manic like she is in your visions inland,
right? Because
she has her full faculties here. But there's something she said specifically when she was saying, "You will do what I tell you to do," because it wasn't just because I said so.
It's because
that was part of it, but there was another part of it that I think
it might
not just you. I think everyone missed it.
Okay, what is it?
I do suggest going back and listening to it, but she basically said, "Because you have no idea what I am protecting you against."
Yeah, I totally.
And I need the power, is what she was saying. I need the power, and you need me to have the power, basically.
I'm so sorry I missed that. That's a big deal.
It was one line.
Yeah, but
a big line, but
it's a big line. All right. Yeah. So after that, Sass walks out of the ocean bleeding and is like, I scratched it on a rock. And Jacquet was like, don't bullshit the bullshitter. And it's like, I scratched it on a rock. And we left it there. We, on the way to the Harlequin and Chalice to go meet with Orin, Jacquet buys a spyglass. And while we were at the Harlequin and Chalice, we're there. He's disappointed that Bruce is not there because Bruce and Septimus went to return the cart and horses to the university.
Orin is upset.
What did I say?
I think you just said he.
Oh, yes.
You hadn't mentioned Orin.
All right. Yeah, I meant Orin. Yes, Orin is upset that Bruce is not there because they're besties. But we are there. Jacquet is settling up, is trying to get some bard work. He's getting a gig at the Harlequin and Chalice. And I did write down in excruciating detail the terms. I missed the fucking line from my patron, but I've got these terms. He gets a percentage of the drinks that are sold during the performance, It's always a base rate of 5 to 10 silver pieces, and he'll have 2 performances per month at a minimum. During this conversation, Fionn asks if he can put a flyer up on the board advertising our skills, which then Clayton quickly drew in MS Paint, which I meant to post.
Yeah, we'll have to bring that up
on Discord or on the socials as well. Maybe I'll post that before we go live tomorrow. So they settle up the Bard contract, and
they haven't signed the contract yet. It's a verbal agreement.
It's a verbal agreement, which is binding in the state of Aldhalor.
No. In this lawless city.
Yes, exactly. In the lawless city where there's
I don't even know if a contract would hold up.
And the last thing I have here is Kieran, who I believe this is where we ended. Fionn basically plucked him out of the crowd. Because I think I misunderstood this. I thought we had left the Harlequin
Clayton
and Chalice.
got confused there.
Okay.
And thought we were still there.
Got it, because I thought we were
one. You guys were in the street. You were. No, okay. You're correct. Clayton got it wrong.
Okay. All right. Because I was looking for.
Sometimes, Shannon, it's quicker to not correct Clayton and let it play out.
Yeah.
And then continue with the scene.
Fair.
So he thought you guys were still in the bar, and that's where you noticed him. And this was completely on the whim because you were.
I was
looking perception roll
because I forgot in the moment to ask my patron about this dead guy that she said that she rose for me or was cleaning up my messes.
She never said that. She just said a dead man's walking in Hyven. That could mean anything.
No, she said I'm cleaning up your messes.
She did say that.
She said that.
But she just said, "Do you want me to fix this?" She didn't specify what the fix was.
She still said
she just said a dead man walks in Hyven.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But really, that could be anybody.
What does that mean?
Yeah,
though?
exactly.
It could be anyone. It also doesn't necessarily mean that it's like just somebody guy going about his life.
Right.
It could be a zombie in a Hyven somewhere.
I still think it's Hastings, but
he has no head.
But yeah, there's that.
She didn't say she said a dead man. She said a bootless man.
Dead man. But it could be like theoretically anybody is a dead man because everybody dies eventually.
True.
So
it was implied that it was someone you killed.
Okay.
Or at least that's the implication Sass is running with.
Yes, and that's what Shannon's running with too.
Which is a fair assessment.
Yeah.
It could mean anything.
So, yeah.
You killed a bunch of bandits.
Yeah, I'm aware. Sass's kill count is getting up there, and she's kind of losing it a little bit because she is not a killer. She is not Scarlet.
Well, yeah, it's funny is that like I feel like in like terms of like the size of the story, like Sass has killed more people than Scarlet would have at like the emotional state. Like Scarlet, for a while, was a self-described killer who hadn't killed that many people yet.
Yeah.
That's true. She'd killed one old woman.
That's true. And then, yeah.
And then a guard. Okay, never mind. Sass snowballed, actually. Or not Sass. Sass also snowballed, but...
Scarlet snowballed, too.
Yeah. It all started with some bandits.
It did.
Well, Scarlet killed a perfectly law-abiding guard.
You saw me when I was stealing a mask.
Truthfully, partially before Shannon remembered that she could do a non-lethal assassin blow, I think.
Yeah.
I think you either forgot that or I don't know, maybe you just wanted to kill that guy.
Maybe I did. Maybe I did.
Yeah, I think truthfully, it might have been just the way we talked about it. I think I said to you, do you want to do a stealth kill? Instead of saying, do you want to do a stealth takedown, which is how I usually call it, because you then would choose lethal or non-lethal.
I think as soon as you said, and
then I think it was basically we went to
Yes,
Yeah,
I
you
want to
just
use those
you got-
rules.
You got really excited to use the rules,
I
and it didn't. And I think we just went with it, and
Yeah.
you were like, and I slit his throat.
Yep, because that's what rogues do, right? That's what assassin.
Yeah, I think at the time you were
do.
definitely in your mind being like, that's what rogues do.
That is what rogues do.
This was
But
like
it's
4 years ago, so.
Why? Seriously, it was almost 4 years ago. Holy shit.
Yeah.
But it's not what
Couple
warlocks
months.
do. This is not what warlocks do. So.
Yeah. Well.
Hey,
Depends on the kind of warlock.
Jay, how are you? Good to see you.
So, yes, you catch Kieran, who is a pickpocket who had stolen
stole
some money from
my-
Sass
Yes.
in the pre-campaign.
Yes.
And he had stolen like 20 silver from you.
Yeah,
And he
which is all I had.
had 2 silver, I think. And
I think it was
purse
one.
was left.
There was
It was
one.
yeah.
And
Yeah.
Jacquette was like, "This is what you're griping over?" And I was like, "There was more. And even if there wasn't, it's about the principle."
And then Jacquette did what he always does, which was
He's
threaten
like,
the
"You
guy
want
and
a
then
job?"
and then offer him a job afterwards.
I love that that's
for his
becoming
sticky
a
fingers.
thing. Yes, I love that that's becoming a thing.
I'm
It's
telling
so
you,
smart.
within 20 episodes, Jacquette's gonna have a full gang.
Yep, I believe it. I 110% believe
Because that's what rogues do.
it. Zing.
And basically, you guys were heading to the Widow's Ward, I believe.
Hey,
Oh, hey, Steph.
The Widow's Ward. To go to the outer business?
I
are we
think
going there?
Jacquette has a place he wants to go. in
That's
there.
right. Jacquette wants to go.
He
Yes.
saw some thieves' cant way back in the pre-campaign.
Mhm.
Some thieves' cant that said basically illegal goods sold here.
Yes. Yes.
So he wants to
yes,
go.
yes.
Oh, it's all. Oh, no,
that's
you guys are going to
right.
fight
It's
night.
fight
That's right.
night.
It's
That's
fight night.
Right.
Yeah.
Because we want to
Yeah.
make Fearon feel better because he's still up.
Because Fearon's in a bad mood.
Fearon's
yeah,
in a bad
Fearon's
mood.
Fearon's feeling sad.
He
from,
needs some
from,
cheering up, so we're going
from
to fight
seeing
night.
an elemental
Yes.
god destroy a farm and the livelihood of a family in exchange for Jacquette.
Yeah.
That's true.
Yes,
These
it's
can't is for LaRue.
LaRue.
Yes. And so Shannon.
You
Uh,
I can't
what
do
an
cool things
awful
with your
trade,
names.
right? What an awful trade. One dumb cat man in exchange for a life of a family farm. And whatever else Eyeless is doing now that he's a raging storm elemental godling king, whatever he is. And yeah, oh, you got yeah. The old man in the sky.
The old
And
man
you
in
know
the
that
sky.
that is the expression for him.
The
It's old man in the sky. It was mentioned, I think, at one point.
Yeah, just familiar.
But I kept also calling him the old man in the sky, which is what Eyeless is colloquially known as. Which Septimus would know that from his research, that he's called Eyeless the old man in the sky,
And it's the episode title.
and that's the face,
yes.
which is also the face seen by the drugged up
the-
villagers.
Yes.
Because that you were using Eyeless's essence to make that drug. Speculate wildly.
Well, first we need to do a grade.
Oh, wait, what do you think you got?
I think it was terrible, Sean. I think I deserve a D. It was
Wow.
so bad. I forgot
Wow.
so much, and I feel terrible.
You're saying this right as Stefan gets here?
I don't. Steph, I don't want
you
to
didn't
fucking
forget
hear
everything. You
it. I
didn't
forgot
forget
a lot of
everything.
the
You
important
knew
stuff.
the exact contract that Jacquette was making.
Oh, good.
I mean, there were some major things that you forgot.
Yeah, it wasn't good. It was bad, and I'm mad at myself. I'm so mad. What's
Oh my gosh. So you started saying you were gonna get a B. You think you should get a D.
I do.
I
It's
would not give this.
dreadful.
I wouldn't give this a D unless I was like a really harsh grader.
Which you are not. You are benevolent.
I'm not. I mean, I definitely think it is probably. There were some. It's not that you forgot the session, like you had the skeleton, but there was some missing meat on those bones. So, I mean, the biggest one being part of what your patron mentioned, but then at the same time, I kind of think everyone missed that.
I gotta go back and watch it.
Because it was very quick, and it was not meant to be like, it was cryptic. It was cryptic. You missing a little bit about your discussion with Fearn, that I think was very, very sass important, and Fearn important, but the gist was there. But everything else, for the most part, you know, there was other little things that I added in. So I wouldn't say this is a D performance.
What is it, Sean?
Trying to think of what I want to give you.
It's definitely not an A.
Well, we knew that.
We knew that.
D's don't get. That's true. D's don't get degrees. You know what gets degrees?
C's. Don't do it. Just give me the D. C is.
I'm not giving you it.
C is worse. Which
Why is C worse?
I don't know. You know what it is? I got a C on my report card one time, and I've never recovered.
Jesus, I've gotten D's before myself. I don't like it. I feel you, but I think this might have been a C+. A C+ recap.
Don't listen to Stefan.
Wait, was that what he said?
Yes, it is what he said.
I mean, if you want a D, I'll give you the D instead of the C. So, no, you just got a C+. It's a C+. There were some things missing.
I think that's fair.
The skeleton was there. A C means that you adequately recapped in my grade report system. Means that you adequately gave me something to hang my coat on.
Something that you can write the recap on tomorrow.
Yes, basically. Part of this is kind of me grading it based on how easy it's going to be for me to write the recap for tomorrow. So, because now I'm like, oh God, I got to watch some of these scenes. And you gave me a little bit more than just a coat rack. You did have some particular details. You had all of the major events that were supposed to be there. There were just some details missing.
I was missing,
that I think
like the
keep
scarves and the
from
gloves.
excellence. Yes, exactly. An A or an A- are excellent recaps. A is a perfect recap.
A+ is a perfect recap.
A+, you know what? You're right. An A+ is a perfect recap because it doesn't exist. There's always something missing. An A is, the A range is you are excellent, and B is above average, and a C is average. That's why they get degrees. And I think a lot of professors I think a lot of students would have a healthier relationship with grades if they understood that a C is not a failure. It means that you understood the content. And that things that are higher than C's are when you go above and beyond.
Above and beyond.
Yeah.
Nothing.
Well, that's unhealthy.
I know. I know. Which is why we should stop doing this, because it's not healthy.
It's not healthy. You are making significant progress in your exposure therapy to grades, and then you've been taking it. You've been taking the grades hard in the last few times.
Oh,
you know what it is? It's our inconsistency. We gotta get back into doing it every week.
That is what it is. Yes, I
Which
agree.
I'm feeling like we're gonna be getting back into it every week.
I honestly, I need it.
Because you know why?
I need it.
You know why?
Why?
Shannon?
Why, Sean?
It's my new setup.
Did you use it? Mine too.
New setup. I gotta show it off.
Yeah.
Multiple times a week.
Mine too. There's no Bebe because Bebe is sleeping, but yes.
No babe.
No Bebe.
Shannon, what the hell is gonna happen?
Oh, what the hell is gonna happen? So we're heading to fight night. So I think we'll enjoy fight night. I think Sass and Jacquette are gonna rile the crowd up, and we'll get some good hype going for Fearn. We'll do that, and then I know Jacquette / LaRue wanted to go check out. I know what it's called. I don't know if it's been mentioned in game yet, so I don't want to say it. I don't know if it matters. A particular part of the Widow's Ward. Why are you looking at me like
Crass Alley?
Yeah.
It's been mentioned.
Okay.
You guys walked through Crass Alley before.
Did we?
On stream.
Oh.
It's the only way to the Widow's Ward.
Okay.
Other than going all the way around.
Okay. All right. Well, I know that he wants to do some poking around there. We also have other leads that we could follow. I actually would like to check up on the Bone Rattler / the pirates of the crew of the Bone Rattler. Yeah. And be like, hey, if you know what I might do, actually, Sean? I might assume my Granny Rhine disguise and go poking around and asking and seeing what I can find out about if there's
LaRue
heat.
and Granny Rhine.
Granny Rhine. Yeah, see if there's any heat on us from the whole Captain Hastings ordeal, and get some more information about what the fuck is up with the Bone Rattler, and why it just fucked off.
You don't know if it fucked off. You guys have only been in town for a couple hours.
I meant like when it fucked off in terms of like.
Oh, you're in when it betrayed you.
Yes.
When they left you on the rock in the middle of the ocean.
High and dry.
Yeah, high, literally.
Literally. Yes. Correct.
Yes.
So there's that. I think Jacques has his bard gig, right? Didn't they set that up for the next day?
Yes, something like that.
Yeah. So he's got that.
Because what day is it?
That I do know. It's the 24th of Septem on a Sanctineer. Nope.
Yep.
Nope. No.
No, it's not a Sanctineer.
It's not a
Right.
Sanctineer. It's not.
We started on a Sanctineer, I think.
Correct. And I didn't write down what. It's 4 days after that.
I think
Hold
it's
on.
a.
Wait. I figured out. I got it. I have it all written down. Where is it? 1, 2,
Hi, chat.
3,
How's it going?
4. It's a Wednesday. Oh, it's fight night. It's Wednesday. It's a Himmel.
It's fight night, yeah. Ben's dog.
Ben's dog.
Or Himmel.
Himmelnir. Yes. I have it. See, look at this lovely little thing that I made.
That's a very useful. That's a very useful.
That's very useful. Do you have that in your notebook, Stefan? I bet not.
20th is the day is what we started.
Yes.
It's 24th of it now.
Correct. So it's almost a new month. It's almost.
Yeah.
Ilsidvala.
Sadvala.
Or Inarum.
Inarum, yes.
October.
Oh wow, it is almost October. Which in real life it's almost October, but
say it, Steph. Say it. I'm the better note taker. Say it.
Really strong words after tonight. I would love to see Stefan's notes for last session. Just kidding, Shannon. He's seated. He's given up.
For now.
October is the last month of autumn, so
Aldhalor.
After that it's the last Vala month,
and then
it's
after
the last
that,
light month.
We get
so you have two types of months. You've got your Vala months and your
Gloam
months.
Because
so
it's
it'll be the beginning of the long dark. Yes. But the long dark's not as scary as it used to be in 30 years after.
And is does it also not get as cold in Aldhalor?
Certainly not as cold as it got in like the northern places you guys were on Gwenvalir. Like Aldhalor would get the parts of Aldhalor would get pretty cold, but most of it would stay temperate. It also is less scary because of Ilyuvanya. Ilyuvanya's moon stays out throughout the entire gloaming, so it provides more
Nice
light
and bright.
than
Because
than
it's whole
it's not as
again.
dark. Yes. And
No
she
longer
specifically this is what the celebration in Billowgrass became. It was once just a reverence for the spirits and a naming festival, more of a harvest festival. It is now a appreciative festival towards the light of the Yvonnya that shines during the gloaming to protect all of all manatees in Aradun, because she becomes a little.
What's the name of my world?
Basically, it's like there's the eclipse that happens, and it's sort of a double eclipse, because which doesn't make sense physically, but this is a magic world, as me and Stefan talked earlier about how
Anything makes sense.
it's fun to explain things, but at the end of the day, it's a magic world.
Yep.
Even though, in real life, moonlight is just bounced sunlight. There's no such thing as moonlight, really. It's just
a
indirect
reflection of the
sunlight.
sun,
Yeah. So, but in this world, the moon creates real light. And it's because it's magic light. It's magic moonlight.
Because it's a magic world. It makes total sense.
Yeah. And these moons are not our moon, so it can be whatever the fuck we want.
Exactly.
Anyway, other speculations? Anything else? Kind of said what you plan to do.
Yeah.
So what are some speculations? What do you think is going on with the Bone Rattler crew? Do you have any? I know we haven't got. It's been a while since we've actually had new information or thought about that.
Yeah.
But do you think that they are? Do you think there will be heat, or do you think that they have a bigger fish to fry?
Well, we thought that there was going to be heat from the otter business, and there wasn't.
Now, granted, the otter business was cheating and gambling, and the Bone Rattler is murdering their captain.
Yeah, I guess there's one that's
it's not me saying that there's going to be heat, but they're very different circumstances. Yeah. They both happen to be around criminals.
Yeah.
But one is definitely like easier to solve by just being like, here's the money we stole from you.
Right.
These don't hurt us.
And this one is
and one's like, sorry, we killed your captain in a fit of rage.
Yep. So, to answer that question, yeah, I do. But I think, maybe it's not at the forefront of our minds right now. And I think, because so much happened in Billowgrass that we're just not thinking about it. So I don't think we're going to see it coming, if it is coming. Because we're just going to be blowing off steam at the otter business.
Do you think you'll have any reputation beyond just, there's some people were cheating last week or 2 weeks ago? Almost 2 weeks ago.
Reputation at the otter business?
Mm-hmm.
Huh. That's an interesting question.
Or do you think they'll have completely forgotten about you? I mean, Fearn did do pretty well in Fight Night. How about you?
I mean, yeah, I cheated the death ring, but I did the walk of shame, so that debt's cleared. So I don't think so.
Thanks, Newfat. Have a good night.
You too.
What about LaRue?
LaRue, yes, I think, because he popped out and said LaRue did this. At the very end of the confrontation with the pirate crew. So I think maybe we'll ask around and hear what the reputation has.
He also told Callan, the journalist, that he killed not him, but that
LaRue,
someone named LaRue killed
yeah,
Hastings.
Yes, and he's a journalist and so maybe he's gone around either spreading a rumor or trying to glean some information.
I'm very interested to see how Stefan's double life goes.
Me too. It's very clever.
Because it's a lot to keep track of on his part, who he's told what to.
I wonder if he's got two separate
Which is what happens when you lie.
Yep. If you just the key to a good lie is to keep it simple. Less details.
Which is in character. fairly fairly Jacquet-esque.
Yeah, absolutely. Totally
Kind
is.
of confidently try to go through what you don't have a full grasp of.
Yes.
I
think that's all the steam.
Well,
I
hope
got
none
for
of you
tonight.
die anytime soon again.
Yeah. That I hope not either. That would just not be great.
All right, Shannon, anything else? Any other speculations? Any other thoughts? Prayers?
This one goes out to Eyeless. Thanks for
Old Man in the Sky.
Old Man in the Sky. Thanks for saving our friend, and don't kill us.
Fair. A fair prayer. We're gonna raid Gamer Mom Luna.
Yeah.
Who's doing Tales from the Tavern. Back from a break, I think. Back from not doing it for a little bit. No, not back from a break right now. But back from
I see.
Tales from the Tavern being not streamed for a couple weeks, I think.
Makes sense.
Raid,
and join us tomorrow night at 6:30 Eastern with the reduced crew. A skeleton crew? Is that what I'm thinking?
That is a sentence.
I know.
That is all correct terms.
It still doesn't feel right. Join us tomorrow night at 6:30. We'll see if any of these see where or when or how or if these reputations have come to fruition
yes. We'll be back with the Shannon and Shannon Power Hour next Sunday to recap that. Then we are off for a week for Adrift in Aldhalor.
Yep.
So we'll probably, I don't know, maybe we'll do something, but we'll probably not have the Power Hour also since there's nothing to recap.
No, unless we don't do it next week, then we have them. We do it before.
No, we're doing it next week.
All right,
great. Maybe we'll have. I know the raid's going soon, but maybe we'll do we can see if anyone else wants to come on and we can do a general discussion.
Yeah, let's do that. Yeah, that'll be fun.
And 50-50 chance. Wednesday night, 8:30.
There's always a chance.
This week I was setting this up, so by the time it was stream time, the computer wasn't even plugged in yet.
Yeah, I was like,
and then I got hungry because I hadn't eaten that day.
Oh,
and raid's going.
Bye.
Bye.